Hello guys, welcome back to Blueprints, episode number 32. We are slightly on the final stretch, I think. If I quickly bring up my things over here. So yeah, we have this thing here. This is the thing we don't know at the moment. This is the family core. We have the shield, which is you can find in the winery and also I think in the master bedroom. You can see this shield, and underneath it is MCCXIII, which is the Sinclair Espen shield. The core that we're trying to figure out. We know the core rules to calculate the core. You need to use the 4 calculations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. That leaves us with 4 groups that we can make. More specifically, we know from a blue note in the winery that the family core is not 1 digit, it's not 12, 13. It is needs to be split up into 4 groups. And we know from the rules of calculating the cores that you can use groups of 2 digits. So if you need to make 4 groups of this, then these are the options. You can use MCCXIII or MCCXIII or MCCXIII or MCCXIII. Then you can do 6 calculations on each of them. And what we have written down is the lowest one. Because that's also a rule of calculating the core, you need to go with the lowest one. So if it's the first one here, then we end up with 8. If it's the second one, then we also end up with 8. If it's the third one, we end up with 0. And if it's the last one, then we end up with 53 being the lowest that we can calculate. The problem is, we don't know. We don't know which of these 4 it is. So we are still looking for blue notes, basically. And some of these blue notes, we got one in the winery, which told us that we need to split them up in 4 groups, but we already knew that. But it told us there were 4 different digits, that you not have to look at this as 12, 13, as one big number. No. It's 4 different groups, and so it's not 1, 2, 1, 3. No, it is M, C, C, and you have to work with that. And then we had a blue note in... can't remember where I found it actually. There was somewhere a blue note which says that the family core is in the vault. So we probably have to open another locker in the vault, of which we have not seen a key yet. So yeah, it's pretty clear we have not enough information to figure this out. So we're gonna have to all the rest of the sigils and so are done. So yeah, off we go. Day number, what are we, 60, 61? We are doing shorter days nowadays, obviously. Like in this case, we just need to get to rank 8, get to as many blue rooms as possible. We have done many of them already. I have written down in the previous episode, we looked at the room directory, we've written down all the blue rooms we still need to get in rank 8. Which are still about 15 or 20, I think. We had the sauna the last time, so we have 70 steps. We start with 4 gems, which means we have gemstone, cavern 2, and then I think we had morning room, which gave us an additional 2. Those are morning rooms which have effect, both the sauna and the morning room. They have effect on the next day, and we are now the next day, let's say. What are we? Day 62. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go for orange again. And the reason we do that is try to get the foyer and then the tunnel so that we can quickly go up to rank 8, basically. So let's see here what we can get. Hallway is fine. And now we want to look the foyer over here. Dining room, I think we have 2. in the house. So we pick up the lunchbox. The pool hall, we have the trophy for doing 40 of these billiard rooms, which I have upgraded to a pool hall. So we have done 40 of them, so we got a trophy in the last episode as well. Do we need the power? I don't know, I think I'm gonna do pool hall here. We might need the power at some stage. They are getting more complicated though. Although after 40 I think they go back to being normal. Like this, it's 2 times 10 is 20. 20 minus 10 is 10, times 2 is 20. 13 and 8, that's 21, minus 1 is 20. Multiplied by 5 is 100, divided by 10 is 10. So yeah, they're getting easier again. We got a silver key, not that interesting at the moment. Might be higher up. You want to use your silver keys on top there somewhere. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to use secret passage. And then we go for orange. And then hopefully get the foyer here. Yeah, there we go. That's good. And now we can go back to the hallway and see if we can get the tunnel, or the tunnel here that we can go all the way up. And then we are on rank 8 and then we can do blue rooms. That's why we are using orange. That's the strategy behind using orange. Trying to get the foyer as quickly as possible and then look for the tunnel over here. Because the foyer will have opened all, if I can get tunnel, you can always get another tunnel. So you can do tunnel, 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 and they will all be unlocked because of the foyer. There we go. Exactly what we wanted. That's also the fastest way up. Then of course you can also potentially look for a great hall. Also there the doors will be unlocked, which also means that you have access to the antechamber in case you need it. It's the fastest way to get up with orange scepter or using the we still need 1 or 2 more. Now we might have to come back down to look for some keys. That is potentially a thing. 1 more, okay. And that's pretty much all we needed. So what we're now going to do is change our scepter to blue. Confirm. And then we could potentially use Banner of the King. Green maybe. Let's do green in case we can find some courtyard with a shovel, would be nice. Let's see if we can get a blue room here. Although, let's go back first because I want to make sure we have enough blue rooms available. So I'm going to look for some guy's bedroom or boudoirs. We have 3 boudoirs in the house. We duplicated it twice in the mirror room at some point. And they have rolling dice because they are upgraded. Yeah, actually I should have chosen with Banner of the King. I should have chosen Violet actually. Conservatory. Well, let's do Nook for keys because at some point the rooms will be closed. Now, of course, it's going to be trickier to get keep going here because with building the tunnel here, we need to keep climbing here if we want to reach that square. I was kind of hoping on a courtyard here somewhere and with a shovel. Okay, so here we are done on this side. So what is the most interesting for us? Probably the commissary. We're gonna lose our last gem though. Maybe the morning room is more interested. Will give us 2, yeah, let's do morning room. Will give us 2 extra gems and maybe some other item. Sometimes you can find a shovel here, that's why I sort of gambled on that. Because we're gonna need some gems, I think. And now we go back to foyer side there and see what we can get there. Got a couple of keys to get up there. Mechanarium is not that great. Because we don't have any gear rooms in our house. This thing is basically a dead end. It only has one door. Security. Gem. The gem, we gain one with the den. With the security we lose one. So not that great. Here I would like to have a corner. I'm gonna have to go with classroom here. To keep going and have more exits. Classrooms are no good, but I'm also trying to keep in mind that, like here, the classroom is fine because we already use a classroom in rank 8. We haven't used the den yet, I think. The conference room we already used as well. The dining room we already used in rank 8, so we only used the den so far. The workshop. The workshop keeps us going. I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna redraw. See, we're in the class yard. Courtyard. No, gonna redraw again. That's more interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Another gem. We don't have a shovel. Here, something that goes left, if not a dead end. Okay, parlor is fine. Parlor, I don't know where we are. Also close to 40 for the trophy. Also for the parlor. For the puzzle rooms, parlor and billiard room, you have to do 40 of them to get the trophy. But we did a few more dart rooms the last couple of days, so... There are 2 false statements. This is the only true statement. The white box is empty. This is the only true statement. There are 2 false statements. They cannot both be true, right? This is the only true statement, then the other 2 have to be false. And this one says that there are 2 false statements. But if that is true, then makes it white, makes it false then. But it doesn't matter, I think, because this is the only one that sort of mentions the gems in such a way that either this is true, but then you don't know where the gems are. If it's false, then you know that the gems are in white. So let's try that first. There we go. So they were both false. Yeah, this is false. There are 2 false statements. No, this is true. This is the only true statement. That's false, because that one is the true one. The kennel. Kennel is not bad. Gives us access to the foundation, which gives us 2 more doors to potentially draw from. Now we can go back to the aquarium and see if we can get a shovel in the courtyard or something. Laboratory. Could potentially do laboratory because we can get to this square from the foundation and then from this one to the foyer. So we could do the laboratory and maybe run some sort of experiment which might help us. I don't know how though. Our main objective is to reach rank 8 with as many squares as possible, so we can... Let's see if we can do an experiment which gives us some reroll dice, maybe? Permanently increase your lockpicking skills, set your steps to 40 or gain 1 key, 1 gem or 1 die selected randomly. Let's go for that one, and then condition will be each time you find some trash while digging. Yeah, we don't have a shovel, that's our problem. On the other hand, if we do find a shovel, we have a lot of dirt piles in all the tunnels there. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, for each room, let's do the fireplace, I guess. There are several fireplaces. And we could potentially also put up the power in case we need it. Let's see what we can get in the foyer. That's a whole trip though. Okay. Classroom, then entry hall, and then all the way to the right. Is the way to go. We already had our lunch when we went through the tunnel. We know this is unlocked because it's a hallway. Storeroom maybe? I want to keep my workshop because the workshop is one of those rooms that I think we have not drafted yet. Yeah, indeed. We did draft the storeroom already in row 8, and it will give us some more gems and keys. And then we have to go all the way back, and then we don't have to be on this left side anymore because we locked it up. So our only way out is the foundation. That is a bit risky though, because the foundation very often has security doors, which we do not have a solution for at the moment. We don't have a key card. Nope. I have to go through the parlor because we dropped that thing into a dead end. Let's pet the little doggies over here. Oh, look at that. 2 of them jump up now. We don't have a shovel, boys, so you're not gonna help us very much. Silver key, do we want that here? It doesn't matter if we use it here or there. But it might be helping there actually. No, that door is unlocked. Let's see if that one is locked. Okay, then we'll use our silver key here. Cloister of Mila. Find an extra item in each bedroom you dropped from here. Okay, let's go. Let's have a look here because this is another one which can have security doors. It doesn't. Yeah, we can open this, although we don't have a shovel. We might find a shovel. If we can get commissary here or a bedroom. Doesn't give us a bedroom. The attic can of course have a shovel. That's probably not a bad idea to check it. This will give us doors to the north, that might also help. That's 2. Battery pack is 3. Broken lever is 4. And a key is 5. So do we have a shovel? No, we have a sledgehammer. 6, 7. We're still missing an item though. Key. Okay. No shovel. Not so great. Didn't help us as much. We will get doors to the north normally with the compass now. We're gonna have to go for courtyard here. Costing a gem, but it's gonna give us 2 gems back, so that's a +1. And if we can find a shovel, we have a lot of digging spots. Courtyard, cloister, foundation, and all the tunnels. Never know. There we go. some coins. And a brick. It didn't really help us. We need to find some turners. If not, we might have to go back to the dining room at some point. Great. Holy moly. I guess we should have taken the trash thing as an experiment. It's not gonna help us much here, is it? And there are only 2 piles today in the foundation. Okay, let's see what we can get here. We're decent on keys and gems. Mechanarium is not helping us at all. We have a lab meanwhile. I think that means we're gonna get a door to the north. Because we have a laboratory, we have an aquarium. That's 3, which are gear rooms. Yeah, this thing should have three doors at least, I think. That's exactly what it has. And this can open the west side of the antechamber. We'll open it up in case we get the Great Hall, then we can open the east and then we could potentially go through there and drop on the other side. And here, something that turns would be nice. The dovecote, yeah. The dovecotes will have some more dirt piles, but it's also a room we still need in room 8, I think. So maybe it's better to do the drawing room. Let me check my list. Drawing room we have. We still need drafting studio. Okay, let's do drawing room then. Which is a room with a fireplace. So at least we have one, and it gave us a dice. That's good. And here we want something that goes straight. Okay, we can redraw from the room first. Let's do that. Another drawing room. Yeah, sure, why not? We have 2 of them. That's another thing. Not sure what it gave us. Not a gem this time. I think. It gives you something. I think it gave us a gem. Okay, and now... pantry. We can do that. We have already done pantry in rank 8. Now of course we need something that goes left here. Which of course is not going to give us, so we have to use our reroll. And it's not giving it to us. Okay, great. So we only have tunnel and courtyard to go into rank 8. And if we don't get any exits there, then we're only gonna drop 2 rooms today. And we have, not only that, we have to go all the way back. Oh no, we can go through the drafting room. Okay, it's kind of okay. We'll do planetarium because we have upgraded that the other day with the telescope. So we also will have a dig spot there. We have an apple now. We have a dirt pile. There we go. A couple more rolling dice. That could be handy up north there. And now we have to go back here. And we can call it a day there to get some extra stars, potentially. And what do we do now? I think we have to go up first. Because we need to reach rank 8 at one point. And then we can go back down by the tunnel and we can have dinner while we are there. Probably a better choice. Okay, yeah, drafting studio is one of the things we need to still get a blue note. The problem with that is that we have nothing on the left side. So yeah, that's no good. Rotunda, music room. We still need music. We have done the rotunda. The rotunda will of course give us access to the left. But we found that node already, I think. Yeah, we did. Okay, let's give it one more gamble. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll do the workshop because that's something we haven't drafted yet. It's not great though. The only other option would be if we can get a great hall here. Then we can still draft one in here. We can open that left side. We can go through and drop two in there, maybe. So yeah, let's do the workshop. Workshop, where are you? Did we do that yet? Apparently we did that already. I thought we didn't. I thought I was just checking earlier. Gallery, garage, nook, attic, music room, trophy, locker, deck, vault, pump room, drop. Oh, workshop. Here it is. Workshop. Okay. Per kit, we have dinner served, so we have to go down, have dinner, and then go into the tunnel, and then we need to figure out where that thing is. Where are you? Yeah, this could be anywhere again. They're not that easy to find. Usually. There it is. Certain rooms, like mechanical rooms, are more likely to contain security doors. Yeah, we figured that one out. Okay. Also here, pretty useless, that thing. Okay, we have to go back to the diner, have dinner, and then through the tunnel and see what we can get there. Where's the dining room? All the way down. Okay. Okie doo. Well, let's have dinner. What are we having? Porterhouse steak. That goes together with... Not sure. Not with the room we have, I think. Showroom, yeah, okay. The steak goes with the showroom. Hopefully we can dig up some rolling dice or something. That's not that important. Okay, some extra steps, also handy. And a nail. That's not so handy. Coins, yeah, they do not help us anything at this moment. Nothing, yeah, we should definitely should have done the experiment with the trash, I think. Okay. The throne room. I think we did the throne room. Yeah, we need a trophy room. This is not great, is it? And we can't reroll. We have done the walk-in closet already. We have done the throne room. We found the blue notes there already. So yeah, the only thing I can do is throne room. Family core is kept in the family vault. Oh, this is the room that told us that It's over there. Can you just skip this, mate? Okay, thank you. The blue throne of the blueprints it's called now, of course, because we reclaimed the throne, so it's now called the throne of the blueprints. It's not just the throne room anymore, which used to be black. Okay, we have one more chance here. Code check. Yeah, we still need a code check. Let's do that one. And I can see the blue node immediately. Just need to get to it. The code check is drawn slightly more often the day after checking a new item. Okay. That's good, but we have the watering can in there. We kept it in there because it was the only thing which was of any value, potentially. So that's why we code checked that thing. Because it's pretty rare, and lately we are doing all puzzles with rare items. That's why I put the watering can in there. So we'll just leave that in there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Planetarium gives us a few extra stars. Okay, let's go. Not super, eh? 5 potential blue rooms up there. We only could drop 2. And we are dead. Oh, I have to go up here. Because we built our passage in such a way. Where do we want to go left? Mechanarium. Foundation Mechanarium. Foundation Mechanarium. And then all the way up to the planetarium. And then just call it a day here. It gives us 2 extra stars. So we'll go up from 51 to 53. And entering the observatory next time will make it 54. So it's like +3 in a way. Okay. The next day. We're gonna go with orange again, same strategy. Orange and green. And as soon as we are up there, we'll do Great Hall. We'll do hallway. Could do workshop. That's not so great. We'll do gift shop. See if we can get West Wing on the left here. Okay, good enough. And now we go look for a foyer, yeah? We'll do the pool hall, which will add an extra foyer. Let's see, 12 minus 11 is 1. Times 4 is 4, square is 16. 10, 13, that's 20. Minus 7. No. Divided by 2 is 10. Minus 7 is 3. Squared is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Minus 18. That's minus 3. Squared is 9. Silver key. Not that interesting. Let's see what we can get in the corner there. Storeroom. Guy's bedroom will give us rolling dice. It's probably more interesting. Although this is keys and gems, 2 keys. We'll be at 3 keys. At some point we're gonna run into some dead doors. See if we can find the foyer over here, would be nice. It's not so nice. It's locking us up here. And we can of course also go up here with the tunnel. So we'll put a tunnel here. But then we have to go back and go search for a foyer somewhere else. That's not so great. Mechanarium will have 2 doors. One for itself and then one for the workshop. Yeah, we have to... Not a fan of this though. No, we're gonna do boudoir. That will give us 2 rolling dice and a gem. And it's also not a blue room. We want to spare our blue rooms as much as possible. And it also surpassed that door, so that's no longer locked. I might have to do a den here or something to get away. Or a corridor. That's fine. We will get something like... We're gonna get a corner door here, right? Nook, conservatory, pantry, something in that order. Okay, boudoir then, again. Luckily we have 3 of those, so more rolling dice. And an extra gem. Okay, now it's about time you give me foyer though. We have enough gems to pay for it. East wing hall, also fine. Ah, there it is, finally. Okay, that unlocks the great hall doors and it also unlocks the tunnel doors. So let's go back to the great hall. What do we want here? Whatever, actually. Boudoir again? Sure. That's our 3rd boudoir in the house. We have 3 in our deck of floor plans. Because the Chamber of Mirrors offered me twice. That's why we have 3. And I duplicated it in both cases, so. Something here that goes up would be nice. Another great hall. Sure. Why not? It's more coins and gems than that, why not? And we can open the right side. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's see what we can get here. Aquarium, gymnasium. Nothing that goes up. We can reroll though, we have enough of rerolls. That's not bad actually. Yeah, it locks up this left side. Yeah, we can't come here from the tunnel either, right? So we need to connect here. We need to go to the left, at least. That seems to be a good choice. And then see if we can connect there. Well, we can in a way. But not the way we want to see it, not with these red rooms. Or just go through is also an option. Luckily we have so many, okay, dark room. We don't have power? We don't have power. Yeah, we need to get to this left side, because the tunnel we're gonna go up to rank 8, so we need something that goes here up. Okay, vestibule, I guess. Okay, so now we can get to this square, we can get to all the squares here. Okay. That's good enough for now. Let's go back to the boudoir, I think I need to be. Oh. Well, let's go to the other great hall and pick up everything there from keys and gems and whatnot is in there. Okay. And then yeah, it seems we are here. Let's just tunnel it up, I guess. Tunnel till rank 8 and see what we can do. We know that all these doors are open. What we also want to do is change our scepter back to blue. One more room, tunnel. There's at least one blue room, hopefully. We still have one rolling die. Observatory. We already did the observatory. Okay, we have a library, which apparently we did already. Library, ballroom and attic. We're gonna have to go for attic. That's the only one we have not done from those. Good luck finding a blue note in this thing though. 1, 2, 3. And that behind it, I think. Yeah. S.H. Sinclair was born 3 years after A.S.S. Simon Sinclair was born 3 years after Herbert. Is what this says. Simon was our granddad. Herbert is our great uncle. Those two are brothers, we knew that, but not sure why that is important. With this, lately we're getting a lot of years. Where were we? 3, I think I said. That's 4, 5, 6 and 7. And the compass is 8. Compass could be handy. Well, at least we got one blue room done. What was that? Was that a chest? No. Thought for a second. Because unless we find a shovel, we probably will not come back here. We have to go back, yeah. Doesn't matter how we go back, we have to go back to the corner. There's also another thing. Do we have a dining room in our house? We do not yet. Slightly becoming a problem, eh? Let's see how high we can get to here. Not very high by the looks of it. I don't want to do ballroom. That's going to put our gems on 2. That's no good. We have decent enough of keys. We'll do the breakfast nook because that, not for the key necessarily, but for the breakfast, which will give us 10 steps. And it also shortcuts immediately to here. Now we can see if we can get past here. We can with another passageway. Although we don't really need to be here. We just need to go up. So we better can keep our passageway. We have chosen green here, right? Yeah. We can get a cloister or a courtyard here. We should be able to get to rank 8. Look at that. It's our shovel. Have we done security yet? We have done security already. Okay, so let's do that then. Although drawing, oh, we also drawing room we did as well. Okay, we'll do drawing room then. That gives us the option to redraw here, making sure that we can reach rank 8. Let's use silver key and then hope we get cloister. No, of course not. Let's redraw then. We still don't get cloister. We can do conference room. We did conference already. Okay. Oh, oopsie daisy. Okay, another rank 8 room that we haven't gotten, please. No rerolls available though. Then. Or dovecote. We can get to this square from the conference room, so maybe it's better to rotate the dovecote. Or den. Dovecote or den, it doesn't matter that much. It will give us 2 extra squares of blue rooms. So let's do the den. Gives us an extra gem. Okay, that's the den. Oh. The sin associated with this room is often associated with one's use of time. What? What are those? The sins of room 8? What was that? Gluttony, sloth? I have no idea. No idea what that refers to. Not puzzle that we are working on, I think. Here we can do whatever blue room we haven't gotten yet. Okay, wonderful. Mail room. Okay, well that's what it will be then. Because we don't have the mail room yet. And it will also give us a partial tomorrow. I see the blue node there, but how can we get there? Only 6 of the notorious red letters were addressed to Herbert S. Sinclair. Yeah, that's possible because the one underground wasn't that addressed to the father of Herbert? I think so. I think so. Nothing here. We have read all these letters. Okay. Okay. Back to... Oh, we can't open this. This is a problem. Do we have a computer in the house? Nope. This is definitely a problem. Okay, we need to solve that problem. Yeah, secret garden is good because it will spread fruit here in the conference room right next to us. So we can pick up a bunch of steps there. And it also has a chance of getting the shovel, I was about to say. Do we need to be in there? Because we can, yeah, maybe we can both open these things. Would not be a bad idea. Potentially needed to go through. There we go. We don't need to open the other side, we already opened the other side with the Great Hall. But that gives us an option to go from the den through the antechamber to this square, potentially, and fill up these two from there. That's an option. Because we can't go from the conference room, because that is... here, whatever that might help us. Greenhouse. Might also have a shovel. Magnifying metal detector thing. It also helps us get us some steps. We have a bunch of fruit in the conference room as well, so we didn't need the dining room. That's why I went for the for this thing. Now we very often have flowers here because I think because we put water in the greenhouse. Again over here, whatever. Yeah, we had a shovel. Didn't know. Okay, so more steps. We also have all the dirt spots in the tunnel potentially, but that means that we have to go all the way through this thing again. Whatever here. Courtyard. It's a bit of waste. Parlor is gems. We have enough gems. Let's take some extra keys or something. Could use storeroom. We already did the storeroom in rank 8. We're trying to draft as many rooms that we already have, of course. Okay, so okay, we go back to the conference room, have all that fruit that is in there. Keeps us going for a while without having a dinner. Now we want something that turns left though. Yeah, this is a bit of a gamble. Okay, pull this. That's not bad. That's not bad. We can use that key on that door there. Here, whatever. Whatever dead end. It's a bit late to do an experiment. So let's do the code check just to get it out of the way. Don't even need to be in it. The more rooms we drop there. And now if we can get a locked door here. Then we can use the silver key. Then we know we can have at least access to this square here. Potentially both of them. We'll do the dining room, of course. We can have lunch. We can have breakfast. No, we already had breakfast. Boiler room. No, we'll just have dinner. For the sake of it, not that we need the steps, but we can drop whatever there, get it out of the way. Planetarium to call it a day. Although, let me check something. Oh, we still need the planetarium though. How about study? Did we do the blue note in the study yet? We did. Okay, let's put the study in there then. No extra items. Keycard. Okay, that solves that problem of the key door. That means that we could come from the conference room into this square potentially if we don't get a corner, which makes this room less important now. We have a few things available. And we can redraw now because of the study. We can redraw with gems, we should be able to find a room which we have not drafted yet. Wine cellar, drawing room, rotunda, we did those. Security, dovecote we haven't done yet. And it's also pointing in the right direction, so we'll do dovecote. He says. Yeah, dovecote we did not do yet. Okay. Good luck finding this. Okay. Oh, we're lucky. 3 members of the Sinclair family have attended school overseas in Costa Rica. Okay, we know our mother did. Oh yeah, and also Simon, I think, did. Our granddad. Because Herbert, we know that from, what is that, the bunk room? Okay, and here, yeah, whatever again. Whatever we don't have yet. Yeah, the Chamber of Mirrors. The Chamber of Mirrors. We still need, but we can't get in there. If that blue note is more than likely going to be upstairs in one of the cabins, and we need to get access from 3 sides. We can't get access from 3 sides. Unless we have the broken lever. We do have the broken lever. So we could potentially open the south way. We have enough. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the Chambers of Mirror. Okay, yeah, that blue note. It could be in any of these places, but it could also be upstairs. Okay, but we do have some work though to make that work. So we need to get back to the greenhouse. Let's do that first. We have a key card here. Let's make sure we can connect to this room. Anything that turns into that Chamber of Mirrors. Do this, but yeah, okay, we cannot be able to steal the red crown. That's okay, we have access to this. Opens that side, now we have to come in from the dovecot again. And then press that button and then we're going to have to go around again, yeah, probably. Okay, this is what it is. Here it doesn't matter that much. Sauna, some extra steps for tomorrow. Okay. And now we need to get to the greenhouse. One stupid coin. Secret garden greenhouse. Open that south side. That's another way of getting into the mirrors. Yeah, and then we're gonna have to run around a bit there. Because now we have 3 ways in that chamber of mirrors, we should be able to maneuver ourselves around. Not if you go that way though. Good thing we had dinner. Okay. Open that side. And now we have to go around from the dovecot. Now we're gonna have to do some running around, that's for sure. Because now we should have access to the right here. Okay, some extra steps. See what this one does. Opens that one, okay, good. And this one opens that one, okay. And now we have to go all the way around, I think. Yeah, one of these two opens this side. This one opens that one, right? Okay. So we can get there, and I think we opened that one as well. I think we can go through there as well. No, doesn't seem to be the case though. Oh, but that button will probably open one, and yeah, we might have to run around a lot. That's pretty clear. Let's double check this one. That opens that one. Okay. We should be able to do something here. Okay, we can get this one. Now press this button. What does this one do? It opens that side, okay. And this one opens that side. Opens that side. Alright, and what do you do? It opens that side. This is a problem though. How are we all gonna get there? Which one opens this shit? Is a question that we need to ask. This one? That opens this side. Okay. And then that one needs to open that. Oh my god. Is it the one that we can't reach opens those sides? So now we need to get back to the antechamber. It's not great though. Ideal is that you go from 4 sides. We haven't been in here. What do you do? Okay, that opens that side. So yeah, the one that we cannot get is, how does that work? That's that side. Okay. That side. We can't go upstairs. How is that a thing? Is that one? Yeah, we know that is open. Okay, we can't get there. Oh, unless the blue note is down below then. If an item would be spread into the chamber of mirrors, 4 of those items are spread instead. If an item would be spread into the chamber of mirrors, 4 of those items are spread instead. Yeah, that's if you put coins in here, then you get 4 coins or something. Okay. Yeah, the problem is this one here. We need to press this button to open both of these, which means we can't go upstairs because this is open here, but we can't get there because we need to come in from that side to press that button to open both of these walls, and then we can get into that elevator. So you do have to yeah, it's where you open it the first time, you need to be on the other side, and that was not possible here with the dead wall, but we found the blue note, so that's fine. That's what we're here for, right? Yeah, I can just call it. There's no point in filling up that house. Oh, no, there isn't. There isn't. So what do we have left? Gallery, nook, garage, music room, locker room, trophy room, vault, drafting studio, pump room, laboratory, freezer, sauna, planetarium and mechanarium. So about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? 14 rooms to go. Might not have to do them all. We just need to find something which points us more to what we need. Let's not pick up the scepter this time and just see if we can get up quickly as possible. Brass compass and gems. Especially with a brass compass, we should be able to do that. So let's try another strategy without using the orange one. So let's go left here. It's a bit low in the house, but we'll take it. Let's go here. Observatory. That was not a good choice. Oh yeah, it was fine. It was fine. We already did the observatory. So yeah, we want to draft rooms, which we do not. What's this? A diamond and re-rolling with stars. So we have re-rolls with stars available again. That could help us a lot. We should be able to get to rank 8 now, but of course we need keys in the process somewhere. Aquarium. Oh. I want to keep that breakfast nook because that's another room we need. Okay, West Wing. We have another one of those potentially. We'll just see how far we can go before we run into a locked door, I guess. Gymnasium. Then. Going good. We're having lunch already, apparently. That's not so good. Let's redraw. Okay, let's redraw again. Security, sure. No items, no. Okay, one more. Locked, okay. Here's where the problem starts. Okay, now we look for some rooms, also locked, okay. So we need some keys, or power, would also be nice. Workshop straight into the foundation. Or drawing room is also fine. Also already seen that in rank 8. And we can redraw here. Okay, that's also locked. Wonderful. It's going good. Seem to have a key problem. That's keycard doors. Okay, that's more like it. Also a very high chance of getting keycard security doors. Yep, and of course the one that goes up is one of those. We only have a compass. Okay. Here we have the chamber of mirrors again. Mechanarium. So we have security, we have aquarium, should have 3 doors. Or we do gift shop. That's a better option probably. Now we know that we have a north door. Drawing room is actually very good. Because that gives us the option to redraw here from the room itself. Which will probably be locked. Of course it is. And how about this one? Chapel. Perfect. We can afford a coin. Okay, also locked. Great. I have a feeling we need a locksmith today in the house. So let's put this one on shops. And see what we can get down below there. Was that also locked? This was security door. Alrighty. Okay, that's one key already. That's what we're gonna have to do. Come back here and see if we can find some things which can help us. Okay, where are we? Bottom row? No, not even. Okay, and now just give me the power here, would be nice. Or anything with keys. Okay, good enough. That's the best we could do there. Anything with something of exits. Not great though, to be honest. Let's redraw again, why not? And now the boudoir goes left. Why is that even a thing? We want as many of these though. Because we are running out of rooms to get in that place over there. Rank 8. Anything? Okay. We're good on steps at the moment, so let's pick up more keys. We want to get to rank 8 there with as many resources available. It's pretty early, but I guess we have to. Keys might be our problem at some point. Then again, more rolling dice. If we can go up there with like 6 of those boys, we should be able to get some of the rooms that we're still using. Oh, come on, man, seriously. Okay, bedroom it is. No items here. We want to go up. Mechanarium. We have a workshop. An aquarium. Should have 3 doors. Oh yeah, this is 1, 2. Which one is going to give us, right? Kennel. Kennel is fine, although we don't have a shovel, I think. No, we don't. With the showroom. Or we want to go right and then left. Let's do showroom. See, maybe we can buy something there that might help us. Master key, maybe. What is that thing doing? Rewind, no. Silver spoon. Double steps. We'll do the moon pendant and the silver spoon. Moon pendant will keep 2 of our items for tomorrow. So we could maybe get the compass and the silver spoon or something like that. Okay, we have 2 rolling dice and 49 stars. Should be able to get something. Not workshop. Okay. Goes our first dice. The freezer. The Mechanarium, we told already, it should have 3 doors. Oh, we haven't found. Okay, let's do Mechanarium. We didn't do that yet. On the coat of arms, the first number is 1 numeral. The rest are each 2 numerals. Okay, so this one tells us where is our thingy thing? Did I close that shit? What? No. I thought I had it open. No, also not it. What's it called again? Screen. Now here, snipping screenshots. There we are. So what that tells us is that the first one is 1. So it tells us that it's MCCXIII, 1211.2. So 1000 minus 200 is 5 times 11, 55 minus 2 is 53. So 100 divided by 200 is 5 times 11. So we are doing addition, and then we do division, multiplication, and then subtraction. And that's so the family core is 53 in other words. So out of these 4 options, it's the last one. That's what that blue note tells us here. The first number is a single digit, and then the other ones are 2 digits. Yeah, okay. So we know that the coat of arms is 53. Family courting. Okay. Oh, we are gonna run out of keys here soon, I think. Classroom, what is that shit? Library, did we do library yet? Apparently we did. Okay, we're gonna have to use a lot of stars here today, I think, to redraw. Utility closet, we also did. Yeah, we had to solve that puzzle again. The laboratory. Didn't have that one yet. Of course. Jesus Christ. It's gonna be interesting. Finding a blue note in this mess of papers and pictures and oh, it's not that one. It needs to be a Jeez, Minelli. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Something immediate would be nice. No. Drafting rooms, we already have the drawing rooms. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems, maybe we do that one. Because we are not... Okay, what can we do? Gain 1 star, I guess, because we're re-rolling with stars. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems, we gain 1 star. Okay. How on earth are we gonna have to find this thing here? There are so many papers and stuff going on here. This blue note could be anywhere in this place. Anywhere. It probably will be in the most obscure place ever. It's not just gonna lay on a table. That would be a bit too easy. Yeah, there are a lot of little things that it can hide behind though. Good grief. $17,000 angles. Sometimes you only see like a little corner of it, as you have already noticed in some of the other rooms. There it is. Cinca Incorporated, founded in 1933, has two facilities, Cinca Labs in Reddington and Cinca Court, 16-story facility located in downtown Oris. Featuring 8 floors above ground and 8 floors below ground. Okay. If you say so. Okay, and now what? Well, we can drop the room here just to get it out of the way. Oh, no, that's not so interesting. We don't have keys left. Yeah, we know those doors are also locked. We need way more keys, that's for sure. The trophy room we still need, but we don't have enough gems. Oh, we have breakfast nook. The nook, we still need the nook. And that will give us a key to open one of the other doors. And spoon will give us double steps for that. This thing here also. It can't be there. Okay. Has to be in this pile of mess probably. Where is it, you little corner? Can't click on anything. Here either. Where else could it be? The tables. Or over there. The rook can perform a special move with another piece. Yeah, that's sort of referring to the castle puzzle, I guess. Okay, that thing doesn't help us much. We need 2 doors there. So I think we're gonna have to go down here and we're good on steps. Huh? This is also locked, I'm assuming. Of course. It's not gonna help us in any way. So we have to go down to the hallway and see what we can do. Have we been in that hallway yet? Guess we'll do boudoir, a couple of free rerolls that we don't have to use our stars because we use 10 rerolls on stars already, I think. You want to keep it around 50 so that you can get the ink pot the next day. Whatever here. We have security there. Is that a problem? Yeah, in a way it is, but I'm still gonna do it though. Because that gives us at least the option to put the keycards up. Because some of these doors were keycard, I think. Anything? Oh, come on, man. Kidding me. Okay. You really mean it, don't you? And there were no keycards down below here, though. So we'll see what we can open here. Still don't have a shovel, apparently. Anything here? Mailroom to get it out of the way. Or darkroom is also fine. Although it's powered by the electric eel aquarium, we still have no lights. What is this? Quail and trophy room. Okay. Anything which we don't need anywhere else. Pool hall. Watch is gonna give giving us the keycard now or something. Wouldn't surprise me. 13 reverse, that's 31. Minus 20 is 11. Divided by 11 is 1. 24 minus 1 is 23. Turn it around is 32. Divided by 8 is 4. 20 minus 1 is 19. Minus 20 is minus 1 and then turn it around. How do you turn around minus 1? Oh, no. 20 minus 1. 20 minus 1 is 19. Turn that around is 91. Then subtract the 20. That's 71. Turn it around is 17. That's how it works. Okay. That's good enough already. And here, whatever we want to get out of the way, pretty much. We'll do study. That gives us an extra gem. We can redraw with gems now as well. Oh, 2 gems actually. Okay, good. Nice. And now we put up the keycard system in the security, and then I think we can do the courtyards. Wasn't there security here somewhere? Yeah, here. We picked up everything we could. Let's put that on high. Let's put that on unlocked. Okay. And now we go into the courtyard. Cloister. Through the gift shop. Yeah, take my coin. That is locked, but I think this was security door, I think. Ah, it is, okay. It doesn't matter what we put in here. Guy's bedroom seems to be a good option. The maid's facility has left his room with something very nice, apparently. The hall pass. Will not lose steps traveling to the hallways. Hallways drafted from an adjoined hallway do not cost to draft. And I think there was another side effect from the hall pass. We read it yesterday somewhere on a blue note, but... Okay, so we have many options to redraft. Here we can redraw from the room, we have re-rolling dice, we have gems to redraw from the study. The parlor. No. Okay, let's redraw from the room. The code check. No. Let's redraft with our redraws for now. The wine cellar we already did. Okay, redraft again. Don't need any of that. Redraft again. The drafting studio. Okay, that's something we need. Alrighty. Where are you hiding? Is the next question. In the bin. The full directory comprises 46 numbered rooms plus 8 categories of 8 rooms. 46 plus 46 reversed is plus 64 is 110. Oh yeah, 46 plus 46 reverse is 110. There are 110 rooms in the directory. Okay, nice. Okay, don't need that immediately. We might need it later to freeze or something, we will see. Okay. We don't need any of those. Okay, we have one redraw left normally. Don't need any of those. Okay, I'm gonna have to redraw with... we can redraw with gems. No, we can't. We'd have to redraw with stars, because if we get a trophy room, we need 5 gems. Library. We've done the library already. Garage. Yeah. The problem with the garage is you can see this coming from miles away. That blue note is going to be in the car. We need the car keys. It's the same with the locker room. It's going to be in the locker room. In one of those lockers. And the car keys, we just checked the computer. The car keys are not in the house at the moment. We can still get them in here or there in one of those rooms, but... No, we're going to have to redraw. We can only drop the... Okay, trophy room. Bam. Costed us 5 gems, but we will get 8 back. Here are all our trophies. Yeah, we're getting closer. I think there's not much we can get though. We need 2 more parlors, apparently. And then one day or another we might have to do the sweepstakes attempt, which is also not easy. Dropping 20 or more dead ends in your house. Not sure how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna need stars to reroll, that's for sure. And then we have these 4 here, which needs to be done on another profile, on another account in a way. Because you have a day 1 trophy, if you reach room 46 in day 1, it probably will also be in under an hour, which means day 1 trophy and trophy of speed we can combine on profile number 2. Dare mode on profile number 3. And cursed trophy, that's cursed mode, that's gonna be another profile. So yeah, you need like 4 profiles to make this work. And then once you have the trophies on those accounts, you can transfer them to your main account with using the computer in the grotto. And if you have all of those, then you can get all the trophies. Okay, so this also has a fireplace. This is one of these rooms that we definitely need to axe at some point. The trophy room and the throne room, they are still 5 gems, but I don't know if we can axe them. I have not seen the axe after the first 3 okay, where are you, mate? Behind the shield or something? Under the carpet or something? Yeah, of course it is. There were a total of 8 gems removed from the ruby crown of Orinda Ares. Okay. So that's what these 8 gems are, I guess. Okay. So what did we learn today? Oh, we learned that the okay, we know that the coat of arms thing, family courting. We know it's in the vault. Mechanarium told us that it was like the first number. So yeah, we know the family code is 53. So I guess we need to get the vault in rank 8. And then see what's going on. Okay, let's call it a day. We have drafted 5 blue rooms in rank 8, that's the best we could do. Which is not bad. So we have left gallery, garage, music room, locker room. Garage, we're gonna need garage keys to make that happen. You can see that coming from miles away that blue note will be inside the car. Locker room, that will be in one of the lockers, which means you need a bunch of keys. So electromagnet making in the workshop and then locksmith would not be a bad idea, then you get all the keys from the locksmith. But then you also need to pool. Yeah, we need to pool in the house because we need the locker room and we need the pump room still in rank 8. They can only be drafted once you have the pool in your house. We're using that scepter. Yeah. Let's just use the scepter, make it blue, and just drop a bunch of blue rooms on our way to rank 8. We're only gonna see blue rooms, but that's fine. And then we'll choose maybe orange on the banner of king to combine it a little bit. Like here, the den, we can do that, no problem. Because we already drafted, we just try to draft the rooms now which get us to room 8, to rank 8. And we are using the rooms that we already drafted there. That's probably the best way to do it, the pool. The pool itself, have we drafted that? I think we did. Okay, so we are definitely putting the pool here. That gives us a chance of getting the locker room. So we have the moon pendant and the hall pass we have. Don't have any keys. Let's see, what can we draft here? Something. Workshop might be handy. Let's do the workshop. That's definitely handy. Now we can open these. Couple of keys would be nice. Yeah, coins. Yeah, that's fine. So our main objective today would be then to find how do you make the electromagnetic. I think metal detector with magnifying glass, I think. And then get the locksmith in the house. Something in that order. That's not so great. I guess we'll go with library. Have we ordered this book yet? Yeah, we ordered this book 3 times now. It's fine. I'm gonna stop ordering books. We have to read them all. Something that goes left, please. No gems in the cups, no. Shovel time at some point, I guess. Observatory. Hallway. Goes to the pool hall, I guess. Could give us a key card, then we don't have to mess with that. Oh, we're back on the 1/3 thing here. That's for 21, that's 7. Okay. 10 divided by 3 times 2. That's 20 divided by 3. Oh, it's multiplied. Oh, it's multiplied. So it's 10 divided by 3 times 3. That's 10 in other words. Square it, that's 100. Minus 1 is 99. Divided by 11 is 9. Okay, there we go. Key card. So which means we don't have to worry about those doors either. East Wing Hall, I guess. It's not ideal. Well, that's what's to be expected. I guess we're looking for keys from now on. Dining room, pick up the lunchbox and see if we can get something going here. Oh, this is pretty hopeless. Okay. Pick up keys then, I guess. We have to do hallway because otherwise we are excluding that whole right side, which is never a good idea. We might have to go for rotunda here. Gives us many options. We can do breakfast nook. Another key, some dinner. We could potentially go right. We don't need to go to here because the rotunda will reach that. So morning room here would not be a bad idea. Some extra gems for tomorrow, and usually an extra item. It's a coin purse. Rather would have seen a shovel or something. Any dead end that needs to be out of our way. We don't need power today. We have this key card, so sleeping mask, key and a couple of gems. Okay, making progression. And now we rotate this boy here. Observatory. We need to drop this as many times as possible because we redraw it so many times. We need to get this thing back to 50. What's this? Flowers. That's a key. This is apples. 3 slices, 2 trunks in the thing, and a gem. 44 is not bad. Not a bad day, 44. Okay, and now we rotate this thing again. 1, 2, 3 times probably. Then we can go back to the entry hall and see what is in there. We might need some extra rolling dice or keys. That's sort of what we're doing now. Picking up resources so that we can do our thing on rank 8 there. Not have much choice today though. We can't redraw forever. We only have the rolling dice available. Great. Rolling dice, keys. Oh my god. Gems for days. I guess we have to go with the boiler room because we want to get to that foundation that we can get to these 2 squares here. Our only other way up is through the west hall, and we already know that it's locked. We need to keep the vault for the rank 8, so boiler room is not a bad option here. And then of course we need to connect here. Something that needs to turn in the foundation, which of course it's not going to give us what you expect. It's not doing it. Okay, there goes our steps, I guess. But that's okay, we have a dining room in the house. It's locking my doors here already on rank 5. What is this? Commissary, I guess. There's something that we have, it's coins. Set of gems. Shovel. Magnifying glass. Okay, that's good. We have coins enough, we'll just buy the whole shop again, as we usually do. There we go, 19 gems. What does the hall pass do? No idea. No idea, but we want to keep those T-shapes for later. Okay, extra rolling dice. Only one though. It's only one? Keys are gonna be a problem. Every door is locked. Not the greenhouse we were hoping on. We were hoping on a corridor or something. On a courtyard, I mean. Okay, well, it's not great though. A brick, wonderful. Just wonderful game. Vestibule is free. 3 of the 4 doors here are unlocked, so I guess we can do drawing room here. Gives us an option to redraw here and see if we can get a corner to rank 8. This is gonna be locked, of course. No, it's not. Office. We have enough gems to do that. Gives us at least a couple of rank 8 options. Do we have a conference room in the house? No, we don't. So we don't want to spread anything either. Let's see what we can get here. Vault or pump room? We have to do pump room, I think. I know we need a vault, but the pump room is only available when it's in the pool is in the house. So if we can get pump room and locker today, we have to. Oh yeah, of course, where is that thing gonna be? Who knows? Oh, there it is. The massive reservoir below Mount Holly received a natural filtration from the continuous flow of fresh water from 2 neighboring underground springs, before making its dramatic exit via a waterfall on the south-facing cliff. And we saw that waterfall, but okay, doesn't really help us. Okay, we're gonna run out of keys, we see that. Just wonderful. Yeah, then I can as well put the dark room in here. We can do Great Hall. We have chosen orange. There's still a chance we get from one of the other connections here that we get passage. But the rest, yeah, we need to come down again. We need to go look for some keys. Oh yeah. That connects, bypasses the security door there, and it also unlocks all the doors on the Great Hall. Jesus Christ. This game. Okay, we can do passageway that will unlock that door. Sauna. Did we do sauna yet? Apparently we did. No, we didn't do sauna yet. Okay, sauna it is then. Yeah, the aquarium is also unlocked because it's also orange. What? Oh, there it is. Saunas are commonplace in both business and residences in Costa Rica. Well, whatever you say. Vault. We have to do vault. Okay. Okay, we know the family court is here. The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. We know the family core is 53. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So what does that mean? Eight is over there. We need to open that with what? With the room 8 key? Yeah, either we need to open locker 8 with the room 8 key, or we need to open locker 53, which is a family core, with the 8 key. Of course we don't have the 8 key. So we need to get the gallery in the house. And see if it fits in locker 8 or 53. Because we have opened these already, there is no family core business in here. So it's gotta have to be another locker. 5 plus 3 is 8, we have an 8 key, a room 8 key. Okay, so we need to go find room 8. Oh wow, great stuff. That doesn't help us, eh? This might help us on the west wing there to get up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miss key here again. Yeah, 8. Okay. Doesn't really help us. Okay, where do we need to go? Foundation? Apparently. Oh, we got 2 keys in meanwhile. Do we have a shovel? Yeah, we do. Okay, we're good on keys slightly. Nothing. Okay. Lockpick it. Okay. That will not help us much. What does this one open? Left side. We can get to that square from the west wing, so trophy room might not be a bad option here. No, we have to do Mechanarium. We have to do Mechanarium. because this thing has many doors, and one of them is the west side. We can open the east side from the Great Hall. We know the doors are unlocked there, so we have access to that lever as well. This is a silver key. That might help us also on the west side to get to that rank 8 there. We have still one square left where we could potentially... Okay, so here we need something that goes... No. Lockpick? No? Okay. Use a normal key then. We have enough gems today. That's... Oh, gallery. Almost clicked on the wrong thing here. Okay. That's that. Now, another reason. Do we have a dining room? Yeah, we do, but it's pretty low in the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps to get there. And then figure out if we can go up here. If not... Oh, we can't go up there. I locked it off. I can open the east side. Oh yeah, I can open the east side. If we can go from that square around, we can still go there, but I don't need to be there. We just need to get here now. Basically. So, okay. Do we have a key card? We have a key card, okay. And I can do this room. West Wing Hall. How many steps do we have? 16. We need to make sure we can still get to the dining room. Huh? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Well, the security, I guess. Or tunnel is even better. Because that door is orange, so that is unlocked. Oh, extra steps, that's fine. That means that we can do this. And now we just need, yeah, we don't have much room anymore. Huh? Trophy room, ballroom, tunnel. Yeah, here's our problem. We can't re-roll, and I don't need any of these rooms. Yeah, we shouldn't have picked the tunnel here actually. And we'll do another tunnel. Conservatory. Let's have a look on these boys here. Dovecote is unusual. No, that can be common actually. Because that's a pretty good room. You can rotate the rooms from that. Parlor, that's uncommon, keep it that way. Code check, standard is fine because it's a dead end. Something that connects security. That's good, that door is open. Now we can open the other side from here, from the Great Hall. We have to go down to get some dinner first. I don't necessarily need, well, maybe a freezer here or something. We'll see, but we first need to go back and get dinner out of the way. Because we need to get back to the vault with room 8, which is always on the other side. Foundation we needed, I remember that, and then weight room, boiler room, rotunda, hallway, dining room. Okay, let's see what's for dinner. Pizza. Okay, and now we need to get back to the vault somehow or another. Back to the boiler room. And then up. And just keep going up. Straight into the vault. And open locker number 8. Try that first. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. 53 then. What is that? 53. Okay. Use the, so it's use key A on locker 53. 5 plus 3 is 8. That's why you had to use the remove key. My obsession with ciphers was renewed after my brother died, for among his journals I found a curious square, a grid of words written in hand I immediately recognized, my mother's. Accompanying this discovery were numerous pages containing traces of my brother's fruitless attempts over the years to decipher this grid. It was a bittersweet find. The excitement I felt was tempered by memories of the unique bond my mother and my brother had always shared. I was a child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon to whom she bequeathed this cryptic gift. With all due respect to my late brother, it became clear after spending time poring over his note that he was not very suited to this challenge. Occasionally he stumbled upon some promising ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. What I will give him credit, however, is in the extensive research he conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes and correspondence. The search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written a local professor requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. As for me, I was ashamed to admit that despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. I am no closer to solving this than I was in those early months of daily obsession. And with each passing year, I fear my chances of reaching a satisfying conclusion to this adventure grow every slimmer. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting, poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of my life's questions. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? At my age, I often find myself looking back at the long path behind me, and I think I am content to leave a few stones unturned. A life without some mystery is a life without imagination. So, I will lay down this burden and leave this stone, and the winding path of intrigue it proceeds, for future generations to explore. That's us, I guess. Holy moly. And then we get this. We're gonna have to calculate this somehow or another. Holy moly. Well, what's 23, 5, 14, 14. 23 minus 5 is 18. Times 14 divided by 14 is still 18. Okay. Okie dokie. I can see from the word well I can make an R if we transfer it into numbers. If you make the W at 23 and E is 5, L is 14, and then you do the calculations of the courting, that would make it 23 minus 5 times 14 divided by 14, so that's like basically zero operation, those two L's. So it's just 23 minus 5 is 18, and then convert it back to a letter, that would be an R. But then we have to do this for every word and every letter, which means there are 6 calculations on each word, and then the lowest will count. And then that probably will result into a message. Yeah, it's pretty clear we're gonna have some work here. It's also pretty clear, I think we're done with the blue notes. Yeah, this is just something we're gonna have to figure out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to open that side. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, okay, we can get there. We can get there. And then we'll do the calculations afterwards. I cannot make any mistakes though. We need to get to the office first. Okay. Need to get to the office. We need to open that east side. That's closed. Okay, it's not here. I don't know where that is, but it's not where we need to be. It's also a dead end, so the lever is in here. Okay. So that's the east side open. Now we can go through and I don't know what we're looking for. Freezer or something, probably. 116 coins and not that important, but 19 gems. Now we need to get back to the foundation. Pump room, office, foyer, foundation. And then go to the right. Mechanarium. Yeah, skip the gallery, don't need that. All the way up. And then see if we can find, I don't know, a freezer or something. Probably the best idea. Go around this thing, which will pop up again. A freezer would be nice. Opens the door with many rooms. Now we could, we want to fill the grid. And then see if we can get freezer in the corner. Oh no. Oh no, it's fine, that's fine. We can pass that door. We only have one shot at it though. We have nothing to re-roll. Okay. Doesn't matter where we put it here. Another freezer. We fill the grid once again. And we have a bunch of items. Oh, we do have the moon pendant still with us. Which means we will keep 2 of these items tomorrow. let's call it a day, I guess. Now we're gonna have to calculate that stuff. Let's see what it tells us. Okay, I don't need that. We need this. Where is it? Here. We need this, and then we need a notepad of some sort. Oh, it's still from, let's open a new one. Yeah, we know what this is. This is done. Okay. So what we got here? Holy moly, this is gonna take a while. Okay. So we got 16, 9, 7, 19. And then we got 19, 1, and these 14, 4. And we got 13, 1, 9, 12. And then we got 4, 1, 25. And then we got 8, 5, 1, 4. Okay, 3, 12, 1, 13. B 16, 5, 1, 11. Now we have that sand again, which is 19, 1, 14, 4. You know that from upstairs there. Yoja, this is 10, 15, 25, 1, 23, 5, 12, 12. So this is 20, 15, 1, 4, 3, 1, 18, 4, 23, 9, 12, 12, 21, 16, 5, and then we have legs, which is 12, 5, 7, 19. 20, 18, 5, 5 roads. 18, 15, 1, 4, 13, 1, 9, 4, 19, 12, 1, 2, 18, no, where are we? Rock. Oh yeah, 18, 15, 3, 11. Okay, now we have hand, which is 8, 1, 14, 4. Face, 22, 1, 19, 5. And then we have 19, 1, 6, 5. 3, 12, 1, 25. And then we have 20, 15, 5, 19. Okay, 23 is a W. 18, yeah, this could be 18. Is there any other option? 23 divided by 5, that's not possible. 23 times 5 is 115. Divided by 12, no. Multiplied, no. Minus 12, 115 minus 12, 103 divided, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. This one over here, it has to be 23 minus 5, and then it doesn't matter if we do first multiply and then divide, or first divide and then multiply, before those two will rule each other out. So this is just 23 minus 5. These two here. So this is 23 minus 5 is 18. So 18, which is an R. Okay, where's the other one? We had another one of those here. Here, that's probably the same thing. 23. Yeah, you can't divide or multiply. That's going to be too big if you multiply it. Divide 23 divided by 9. That's not even an integer. So again here, this is 14. So which is an N over here. And then the rest is not going to be so easy, I guess. Yeah, maybe like this one here is also a... What can this be? Also not that many options here. Huh? 20 times 15, that's impossible, right? That's 300 divided by 5. Minus 5 is 295. Is that divisible by 19? Probably not. So this also almost needs to be like 20 minus 15 is 5. And then times 5 times 5 is 25 minus, no, we already used minus. Okay, so we have to do this is going to be 20 minus 15 is 5, and then multiplied by 5, that's not possible. Then we're going to have to do divide by 5. So that's 1 times 19 is 19. Okay. 19, which is S. So this is an S. Okay, do we have any others which are like almost invisible, impossible? Like this one here. This one here. 18 times 15, there's no way. That's 150. To 270. No, there's no way. So this also has to be 18. This one here also has to be 18 minus 15. That's 13. And then we have 13 minus 1 is 12 divided by 3. No, we have already used minus. Divide by 1, multiply by 1. Yeah, it's always 1. Huh? So it's 3 divided by 1 is still 3. Times 4 is 12. If we multiply it by 1, then we're going to have to divide by 3 divided by 4. That's not possible. So here in this one we have to do 18 minus 15. That's 3. Divided by 1 is still 3. Multiplied by 12. Multiplied by 4 is 12, so that would make this an L. Okay. Okay. Here another one of those. 20 times 18. That's way too much. And then you still need minus and divide. That's way too much. So this also has to be, this has to be also 20 minus 18. 20 minus 18 is 2. And then it doesn't matter if you divide or multiply first, because you have to do the other. So that makes it 0 again. This is divided by 5 times 5 or times 5 divided by 5. So it's 0. So this is just 20 minus 18. So this one is 2. That's a B, BL. Okay, we need to find some more of these. These here, again something. 2015, that's going to be way too high if we do multiplication here. You cannot divide either, so it has to be minus again. So we end up with 5, and then we have division and multiplication left. You can't divide 5 by 4, so you're going to have to divide by 1 again times 4. So this is 20. So this is a T. Here again. Oh, here maybe 23 times 9 and then divided by 12 minus 12 could be possible. Okay, that's here 10, 15. You could divide by 25. That's possible. Okay, what are the easy ones? No easy ones anymore? Here, 19 times 12. No way. Way too much with only 1 and 2 to go to work with. So this is another minus. 19 minus 12 is 7. Can't divide 7 by 2, so you have to divide by 1 then. So that's 7, that's 14. This one is 14. Is the lowest we're gonna get. 14, which is an N again. What do we have here? 18 and 15. Do we have to do again minus? We always have to start with plus, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the first one is always plus. So you always start with, in this case, plus 18. Plus 18. If you multiply that by 15, that's going to be way too much. That's 270 again. Divided by 3 is 90 minus 11, that's not even a letter. So it's going to be minus again. 18 minus 15 is 3, and then we have what do we have left then? Divide. Divide the multiplication. (18 minus 15 is 3. Divided by 3 is 1 times 11 is 11. That's possible. The other option would be 18 minus 15 is 3 times 3 is 9. Divided by 11, that doesn't work. No, so it has to be 18 minus 15 is 3 divided by 3 is 1 times 11. So this is 11. Okay. What's this here? Okay. Here we have to do minus 15. 22 multiplied by 1 is 22. Minus 19 is 3. Times 5 is 15. This one is 15. Which is an O. And here, do we have something similar here? This one? 19 divided by 1 is 19, multiplied by 1 is also 19. So it's always going to be 19, but you have to, you're going to have to do a minus somewhere. Minus 1 is 18. Divided by 6 is 3 times 5 is 15. That's also possible. 19 times 1 minus 3 is minus 6 is 13 divided by 5. That doesn't work. (19 divided by 1 is 19. Minus 6 is 13 times 5. That's way too much. 19 times 1. 19 minus 1 is 18. Divided by 6 is 3 times 5 is 15. 15 seems to be the lowest I can get here. Where are you going, mate? Can you stay here, please? Okay, thank you. And here, what do we have here? 14. Multiplied by 14 is going to be way too much. So we cannot multiply by 14. 7 times 14 divided out. That doesn't work. Actually, it does. We're going to get a negative number. Yeah, you can't do 8 times 1 minus 14. That doesn't work. You could do 8 times 1. No, you can't do plus. Start with plus 8. 7. 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. Divided by 14 is a half. Times 4 is 2. Okay, that's definitely the lowest you're going to get it. Let's make this a B. Boots, books. Okay. Oh, here we have another one of these. That's the same as here. You can't do times 9, you can't divide by 9, so you have to do minus 9. So this is 23 minus 9, it's 14. And then it doesn't matter whether you do multiply first or division. Oh, we did one already, didn't we? That's this one here, didn't we? Yeah, we did calculate that one already. It just moved when I pressed the space bar somewhere. Here, this one here. This could be 10. This could be multiplication though. 10 times 15 is 150. Divided by 25 is 6. And then either minus 1 is 5. Yeah, okay. That's definitely as low as you're gonna get it. So this is an E. Holy moly. Okay, and what we got here? We can't multiply it by 14, that's going to make it too much again, so we're going to have to do minus or something. Minus 14. Okay, so we're going to get 19 minus 14 is 5. You cannot divide by 4, so it's going to have to be multiplied by 4. So it's 19 divided by 1 is 19, minus 14 is 5, multiplied by 4 is 20. This one is 20. And what's 20 is a T. Come back here, you guys. T. And what is this here? Minus 1. You can't multiply by 11 here. That's going to be too much. So the multiplication needs to be 5. That's too much. 80. That will never be divisible by 11 either. So we need to multiply by 1 here. So it's got to be 16 minus 5. No, that doesn't work either. Oh yeah, that works. 16 minus 5 is 11. Multiplied by 1 is still 11. Divide by 11 is 1. So this is an A. Okay, and what is this here? 3 times 12 is 36. 35, 13, we can't divide by 13. So we're going to have to divide by 1 here, in this one. So it's got to be 3 times 12 is 36, divided by 1 is still 36, minus 13 is 23. Okay. So this is water. No, 20 is not an R, 20 is a T. Water. What is this? Blink, blank, blank. Can we make this 1? 13 minus 1 is 12, and then multiply it and divide. That's way too much or way too little, or not divisible. So we have to start here with 13 divide or multiply by 1, so it's going to be always 13. And then we're going to have to minus 1, so it's 13 minus 1. Minus 9 is 4. So it's 13 times 1 is 13. Minus 9 is 4. Divided by 4 is 1. Oh my god, can you just type it? This is blank. And what is this? Books. This is that same thing again, I think. 3 times 12 is 36. Divided by 1 is still 36. Minus 25 is 11. No. This is books. Okay, what's happened with the books? Something with water in books. What is this here? 20 times 1. Yeah, this is again, could be 19. No, 19 divided by 16 or multiplied by 16 is going to be way too much. So this is not minus. This is again one of these either multiplications or either way it's 20. So this is 20. Minus 16 is 4 times 5. 20 divided by 1 is 20. Minus 16 is 4. Multiplied by 5 is 20. 20, which is going to make it a T. Okay, what is this stuff here? This is got to be a vowel, right? You can't multiply by 18, that's 54. Maybe you can actually. 2 times 18 is 36, divided by 4 is 9. Three minus 1 is 2. Multiplied by 18 is 36, divided by 4 is 9. 9, that's an I. You come back here, please. Tenths. What is this? Holy moly. 12 minus 5 is 7. Divided by 7 is 1 times 19. That makes it an S. 12 minus 5 is 7. Then we need to divide, which makes it a 1, and then multiply, which makes it 19. So 19. What? I'm gonna press now. Windows key or something. Hints. Okay, which leaves us with these boys here. Yeah, we're not gonna multiply with 19 here. Division, maybe? No. It is again the same as there. 16 minus 9 is 7. Divided by 7 is a 1. Multiplied by 19, which is an S. And here we got 19. We can't divide 19 by 14 or multiply by 14, so we're gonna have to multiply or divide again. So it's 19 minus 14 is 5 times 4 is 20. No. Oh yeah, 20. So this is a T. What we got here? 13. We can't divide by 12 or multiply by 12. So we're probably gonna have to do -12 at the end. No, this doesn't seem to be possible either. Ooh, 13 times 9. 13 times 9, that's 90, 27. 117. 117 is definitely not divisible by 12. So that's not possible. Not sure about this one. Three times 12. 3 times 12. Okay, not sure about that one. None of them seem to work. Three. This seems to be times 20 divided by 5 or something. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Yeah. 4 minus 1 is 3. Times 20 is 60, divided by 5 is 12. Which is L. And now what's this? Holy moly. 8 times 5. 8 times 5, that's too much. $40. 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Divided by 1 is still 40. Then we don't have divide anymore available. So that doesn't work. So we're gonna have to do minus again. Eight minus 5 is 3. Divided by 1 is still 3. Multiplied by 4 is 12. Still. This needs to be still. Still water tints blank books. So this needs to be 9. I just don't know how to get there though. How can we get that to 9? How can we get this one to 9? Not sure here. Seems to be a mistake with that one. 13 minus 1 is 12. Multiplied by 9. Right. That works, yeah. It's 13 minus 1 is 12. Multiplied by 9. So we got 12 multiplied by 9 and then divide by 12. So 12 divided by 12 is 1, multiplied by 9 is 9. Okay. So this one is 13 minus 1 is 12. Multiplied by 9 is 108. Divided by 12 is back to 9. And then you have those letters, those results, and you convert them back to letters, and then you get still water tints black books. Okay. Let's take a picture of this. So still water tints blank books. Still water tints blank books. We have blank books in the library. So we can water them with still water. We have a still outside in the trading post. So we're gonna get the holy moly. We need to get the trading post outside. Oh shit. I should not call it a day. We still had rolling dice, I think. We had the code check in the house. We have the watering can in the code check. We didn't have an outside room. If we still have, so we can go outside, make sure we get the trading post. There are two ways of doing that. Either get a rolling dice or put your scepter on a shop before you go outside, because the trading post is a shop. Or just go outside with two rolling dice, then you are guaranteed whatever room outside. So we need to get that trading post because the side door, the side room there is a still thing. That's where they make the moonshine. And I think it was called a still, if I'm not mistaken. And we know there's water there. So we probably have to go there with a watering can and fill it with still water. Then go to the library. Or put the watering can with still water in the code check. And then do the next day the thing. And then we're gonna have to somehow water those books in the library. And see it reveal a message, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this. Because whatever this is that we need to do, this is like a bunch of sequence of things that need to happen. We need to get the watering can we have in the code check, but it's empty. We put it empty in there. Thinking we had to refill it on the kitchen sink or something, but apparently not. It needs to have still water, so we need to get water from the still. So yeah, we need trading post outside. Once we have the trading post, we need to go in the house and look for the code check. So we're gonna have to do a blue day, so that we get all the blue rooms that we get the code check. Once we have the code check, we take out the watering can, go to the trading post and see if we can fill it up with still water. That of course also means we need the library. And then see what that is all about. And then probably put that watering can back in this code check. Because who knows what other books we need to tint. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a whole procedure. So yeah, we're already 3 hours in with that calculation here. That took quite a while to get that out of the way. Yeah, there are, on every of these words, there are 6 calculations possible. Because you have to use the 4 different calculations, plus, minus, divide and multiply. But you don't know in which order, so you have to test them all. And then whatever the lowest number is that you come up with, that's how you need to calculate the core thing. Which means that for every word that we had there, pigs and sand and whatever it was, we had to convert the letters, then we had to do 6 different calculations. But some of them were immediately ruled out because of course you cannot divide 23 minus, you cannot do 23 divided by 9. Or multiplied by 9 would be way too much. So if you have something like that, then you know, okay, it's got to be minus 23 minus 9. And then you have divide and multiply left, which means that the other 2 don't matter. Because if you multiply something by something and then divide it by something, it doesn't matter. If it was the same digit, like for instance in will or well, it was the same. So it was just 23 minus 8 was an R, 23 minus 9 was 14, which is whatever it was. So yeah. We'll leave it at this for episode 32, I think it was. And then we'll do figure out what's going on with that thing in the next episode. As for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one for, who knows, the finale maybe. We will see. Probably some more deep puzzles to consider, whatever it is that comes behind it. We'll see you guys then. Bye bye.